Hey everybody, Brett Mix here with Macho Wrestling 101. We're doing a match of the day installment. It's the third of the 1989 trilogy, the infamous Flair, Steamboat, Notorious, classic, five-star classics from Dave Meltzer. I gave the last one from Clash of the Champions 4.5 stars, but I still believed it to be brilliant. And I gave the Chi-Town Rumble, the first match, 5 stars. So what would I give WrestleWar89? Well, I'll tell you from the jump. I give it 5 stars. I consider it a top 5 match of all time. It's that good. Every sequence of this match, every second means something. And in an era where people's attention spans are like that and they want to see something else jam-packed with entertainment, this match was slower and still held up today. And I said slower in parts. There's a lot of fast parts, but there's a lot of slower parts. But those slower parts are engaging. You don't want to miss a second. You don't want to miss if Flair is going to rake his face or thumb to the eye or a low blow. You don't want to miss any little mannerism. Their body language just showed you that this is going to be an all-time classic. By this time, it's the third match, so these two guys know each other like the back of their hand, and it's much longer than their third match. This is probably the one of the 100th time they've met each other, and this one was big. It was in Nashville, and Flair became a 6-time champion. Ric Flair winning the NWA title for a 6th time, with an inside cradle off of Steamboat at 31 minutes and change. The crowd would pop, and then Flair would get pile drived into a table by Terry Funk, who was one of the judges of this match. Pat O'Connor and Luthez were two of the other judges, and that set up the Flair Funk program later. But back to Flair and Steamboat. The judges during this match, Pat O'Connor, Thez, and Funk, were using 15-minute intervals in case there was a time limit draw. And if there was, they would go by the point system because their last match at Clash of the Champions went a long time. So they were figuring maybe this one would. It has 60-minute time limit. And Flair was the 60-minute man, so it wasn't out of the far belief that this one would go the full 60. Neither man wanted to quit, and it was just fabulous story they told. Like I say, engaging. Every second, it was a slow burn, but then everything came to, and when it did, it was fireworks. It's a rewatchable match. Like I say, it holds up even today. So I give it 5 stars. One of the greatest matches ever. Steamboat with those deep arm drags are so crisp, and each little hold before a counter hold to tear ligaments in the arm or the leg, no matter which one Flair or Steamboat were working on of the other, they were doing it to slow down the pace for the crossface chicken wing and then avoid the figure 4 leg lock. It all made sense. It was all great storytelling, and each time you watch it, you notice something little each time, and you remember why it's one of the greatest matches of all time, and why Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat, for that matter, is looked at as the greatest in-ring performers of all time. So check it out if you haven't watched it, and if you have watched it, check it out again. It's that good. And if you like these reviews and other reviews we do on this channel, reviewing the current product, I figure a lot that would broaden my audience. I figure a lot of people like the current product, or even maybe they don't and they just want to watch reviews with people bashing on it. If that's the case, I'm going to rewatch them. I've already watched 2 this week. They're on my channel, Raw and SmackDown. I'm going to be doing that next week and every other week I have this channel, and it's going to be fun. So if you like what you see, hit like and subscribe, or just subscribe, and it would mean a lot to me. All right, and we're going to do a WWF match tomorrow for the match of the day. I'm Brett Mix. That's the Flair Steamboat 5-star trilogy, and I'm out.